Okay, so welcome to part 3 of the Prusa Mark IV setup and self-test. So we're just going to go through the self-test and check if the filament calibration works. So let's go ahead. It's doing the fan RPM test. It's going to go through that. So notice we have our tools here and we have our filament holder right here, and there's also the handbook. So let's make sure we figure out what we need to do. So this is the handbook with Joseph Prusa's information, and let's see, this is the architecture. It says you can grab the top of the frame and lift the printer so that it can be transported. So let's see, it's doing the load cell test. So let it do the test. Let's go through the guide here. It's part of the setup. So these are the two spools, and this holder is supposed to hold the spools, so we're going to assemble that. This is also the bracket for this down here is the bracket and the spools. So let's see if there's some instructions for that. It says tap the nozzle. Let's tap the nozzle again. Okay, it says load cell test passed. Okay. Now it's doing the Z-axis calibration. Now it's doing the Y-axis. Oh, it didn't pass the Y-axis calibration for some reason. Or maybe it did. Now it's doing the heater check. So it's heating it up to 290 Celsius. This is the filament that came out right here, really tiny. This is the IPA wipe. Apparently that's for cleaning the print bed. So let's see, where is it at? It's still doing the heater test. So it's at 200 degrees now, going up to 290. Let's go through the handbook while it's doing that. So let's go through the part where it asks us to install the filament spool. Let's see. It's got diagrams for everything, so that's nice. Okay, so this is where we can use the cutter to cut the filament out. So we could cut a bit of filament out, but we still have filament here, so it shouldn't be necessary. It's the PLA filament. So here it says push the filament through the hole in the filament guide and insert the plastic strand into the opening at the top of the extruder. If the filament sensor is on, the filament will automatically be fed. If the filament sensor is off, proceed to step 2. Okay, So it's asking for gearbox calibration. We'll skip this. We did this earlier. Let's go to the next step. It says we need to start without the filament in the extruder. Please make sure there's no filament in the extruder, but actually there is. So we'll hit unload and we'll select PLA. So now it's unloading the filament. Apparently it'll go through and extrude it. It's waiting for the right temperature to extrude. And see there, it's unloading the filament down there. So let's see how much it unloads. Okay, so it unloaded. It says we need to start without any filament. So this filament can be taken out. So we'll say continue, and we'll say is filament in the filament sensor, and we'll say no. So let's see what it does. It says insert the filament into the extruder until the sensor detects the filament. So let's do that. It says filament inserted, please continue. Now it says remove the filament to finish. Now it says filament sensor is calibrated. So the self-test failed to finish. Double check the printer's wiring and axes, then restart the self-test. So apparently we have to restart the self-test because the x-axis and y-axis calibrations have failed. So we'll do it one more time. Apparently we have to make sure the calibration goes through all the way. So we'll do it one more time and we'll be back after that.